What's good? My name's J-Cam. That's my Instagram if you want to follow me. And today, I'm starting a new series called Ranking Artist Albums from Worst to Best. And I'm going to start off the series with the GOAT himself, Lil Peep. And Lil Peep is actually different. This dude, early on in his career, he had a lot of collab tapes with a lot of different people, but the only one I'm going to mention is Castles 2 with Tracy. I was going to throw Castles 1 in here because it is iconic too, but it's only 3 songs long, so I could not put that in here. How this series is going to work, I'm going to rank the albums by number, worst to best. I'm going to tell you my favorite songs off the album and just what I think of the albums in general. And also, if you guys disagree, if you agree with me on anything, or you just have your opinion about anything, drop it in the comments, let me know. Without wasting more time, I'm going to start it off with some honorable mention tapes. The first honorable mention tape that I have of him is his collab tape with Bexy. The tape is called Romeo Regrets. And the only reason I even like this tape is because if you guys see the cover, you know exactly what it is. It's literally a cover of RuneScape, the quest Romeo and Juliet, and I thought that was the hardest shit I've ever seen because I literally grew up playing RuneScape, and honestly, no lie, I still play sometimes to this day. But seriously, like, so many people grew up on that. And then they also have, there's a music video off this tape. The song is called Repair, and in the music video, like, the background is RuneScape, and it's just the raw shit I've ever seen. So I had to throw that in honorable mention. So starting off the list with Lil Peep's worst album in my opinion, and keep in mind, just because this is number 7 and the very last one does not mean I think it's terrible. Like, literally, I think every single one of his tapes are good. So just keep that in mind. Just because it's the last does not mean it's bad, because they are all good. But starting off the list at number 7 is Come Over When You're Sober Part 2. Now this tape is so controversial, by far the most controversial tape, because it was after he died and people don't really know how much say he had in this, and people were doing whatever with it. So I feel like people either love this tape or they hate it. The thing is, I'm kind of in the middle with it, because I can see if it was the first Peep tape you ever heard, you're probably really gonna like it. But if you're an OG Peep fan, you're probably not gonna like it that much whatsoever, because it's definitely like a different sound for sure. It's a lot less hard gothy than all his other stuff. But my favorite songs off here is the intro song, Broken Smile. I like Lean In, and I also like Runaway. Those are by far my favorite songs off the tape. And so we got Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 coming in at number 7. At number 6, I got Live Forever. And here's the thing, like, this seriously was completely last second with 6 and 7. Like, they were really close of which I was gonna put at last, or number 6 or 7. But at the very last second, I put Live Forever at number 6 and Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 at number 7. And the reason for that is because Live Forever, like, it's still good. All these tapes are still good. But Live Forever was like literally one of his first big iconic hits ever. I don't know, it's just better than Come Over When You're Sober Part 2. It's more iconic for sure. My favorite songs off it are for sure the song Live Forever, Flannel, and Nuts with Lil Skill. All go hard. At number 5, we got Castles 2, the collab tape with Tracy. Now here's the thing. Every single song on this tape is amazing, literally amazing. The only reason this wasn't top 3 for me is because it wasn't long enough. Like, if it was about an 8 to 10 song tape, this easily would have been top 3. But since it is the way it is, I gotta sit at number 5. At number 4, I got Come Over When You're Sober Part 1. Literally, there's not much to be said about this. I remember when I first heard Awful Things, I was literally like, this dude's changing the game. This dude is completely changing the game. You got Awful Things, Ben's Truck, Save That Shit. Like, this tape is just fire. There's literally, like, it's just fire. There's nothing more to say about it. At number 3, we have Lil Peep Part 1. And I know a lot of people have not listened to this tape, and if you have not listened to Lil Peep Part 1, you really need to listen to the tape from the first song to the last song. They are all amazing. Some people even think Lil Peep Part 1 is his best tape ever. The tape was made in 2015, so it was a lot of his older stuff, but every single song is amazing. Star Shopping is on there, and that is literally a generational song, one of the best songs of all time. So if you've not seen Lil Peep Part 1, go check it out right now. At number 2, we have Cry Baby. I mean, obviously, one of his most iconic tapes of all time. Literally, There's no need to skip any songs on this. It's just perfection. The way the tape is made was just literally perfection. And there's a thing, I don't know how true this is, but it's said that he made this tape in literally 3 days off his laptop, which if that's true, that is literally just mind-blowing that this tape was made in 3 days, because literally first song to the last song, all insanely amazing. No need to skip any song. And so Crybaby, sitting at number 2. And at the number 1 spot, and I don't think this will ever change, literally ever for me. Number 1, Cowboy. Literally, the reason, some people ask me, how do you have Cowboy at number 1? And I will tell you the exact reason I have Cowboy at number 1. A lot of people might disagree and don't think Hellboy's number 1, but Cowboy was just that super hard gothy Peep. And if that is what you like, Cowboy will for sure be your number 1 Peep tape of all time. I literally could not say anything bad about Cowboy. I love every single song on there. There's not one song I do not like. And at number 1, Cowboy will always be my favorite Peep album of all time. Alright, that was Peep album, ranked worst to the best in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of this series. Let me know who else you think I should do with this next. Drop your comments, drop your opinions, what you think of Peep's tape, drop your list, and let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I should add to this series, and just let me know anything in general. I'm open to anything you guys got to recommend. I make videos every single day. Drop a like on this, drop a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. I don't wanna